Jonathan Jones, CBS Sports, alongside Dallas Cowboys wide receiver Brandin Cooks. And Brandon, we just had Mike McCarthy here a little bit ago, and I was talking to him about some of the young guys at wide receiver.
Yeah.
And before he could really talk about the young guys at wide receiver, he wanted to give you credit for helping bring them along. What does that mean, and what have you seen so far from these young cats?
I mean, it's huge. It's an honor, right, to be able to be looked at in that aspect, to be able to bring your teammates along. That's what it's all about. As we know, we're going to need everybody this year. And so to be able to see these quote-unquote younger guys come out here and make plays, it's just a testament to the work that they've been willing to put in all offseason.
Couple of big plays today from Jalen Tolbert and Tyron Billy Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, tell me a little bit about those two, because I think we all know about Jalen Tolbert.
Yeah.
But Tyron Billy Johnson, TBJ out here making some plays.
Nah, look, you know what I mean? Don't get it wrong. You know, T. Billy been in this league for a while making plays, so there's no surprise there. But to see him come out here and camp, you know, showing up day in and day out, it's been huge. And the same thing with JT. Obviously, we all know about him, but to see that growth already has been huge.
This is your 11th season. Mm-hmm. You're a long-time grizzled vet.
Hey, relax.
I can keep it going.
Relax.
6 seasons with 1,000 receiving yards, 4 different teams. But now on this team, you could be the first player in NFL history, 1,000 receiving yards on 5 different teams. I assume you know that stat.
No, I don't. At the end of the day, I truthfully just show up and go to work to be the best I can possibly be for my team. Obviously, in my mind, you know, the more that I can help and make plays to help us win, I think all that stuff will take care of itself.
So you do not go out there seeking, all right, let's go get this 1,000, anything like that?
My absolute word, absolutely not. When you get into those things, everything else just start to become gray. Obviously, then you start to, you know, get in your head a little bit, let the game come natural to you. They know I'm going to be open. I'm going to help the team win. And so when my number's called, I just try to be best to be ready.
Obviously, one of the best receivers in the league, CeeDee Lamb, not out here. What has been, in your conversations with him, your advice to him, and how this situation plays out?
You know, I tell him I love him. I was talking the other day and thinking about him. Obviously, miss him out here, but at the end of the day, we understand it's a business, and both sides is taking care of that. My biggest advice is to make sure you stay ready, so when you get out here, there's no step lost. And I know with CeeDee, he's working every single day. He miss it, but at the end of the day, he got to handle his business, and it's all going to get taken care of.
Your second training camp with the Dallas Cowboys, meaning your second training camp working with Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
Have you seen any difference from him from last year's training camp to this year's?
I just see that he's continued to get better, honestly.
In what ways?
In just all aspects, just his progressions, with his feet work, second year, fully in this offense with Coach McCarthy, being able to understand the terminology and like his second hand. You see him go out there, and it's just all coming to him freely.
I was talking to somebody earlier about this offense and about how last year it was a lot of folks kind of learning that newer offense. Now this year, the offensive kind of meeting room can be a lot more interactive, right?
Absolutely. I think we're in that aspect where now we're perfecting it. It's one thing of learning it, but now we're in that aspect, perfecting it, be able to have that dialogue from all positions in the meeting room, everybody speaking up, I think is huge.
Isn't that a little scary for opponents? Because didn't you guys lead the league in points and first downs last year?
And we just focus on ourselves.
How do you deal with the expectations that surround this team?
I think, for me personally, just tuning out that Noah's showing up every single day, knowing what we have in this locker room. Obviously, it's the most viewed franchise in the world, so a lot of people are going to talk, but we know what we have in this locker room. We're going to stay focused every single day, reset, stay present, and let everybody else take care of that.
Is that your message to some of the younger guys? A lot of young guys on this team.
I think that's our message just, as an organization, not just to the young guys, but every single person in our locker room, coaches included, stay present and focus on the task at hand.
And last question here. You got your pilot's license 3 years ago, right? There's a nearby airport.
No. Plane is down for the season. You're trying to get me in trouble, Jerry. You hear from me first. Plane is down. I'll be back up after we win this thing.
What's the crazy? Have any teammates been like, hey, you got to take me somewhere?
A couple guys, and not afraid, but
like afraid.
I said, you're trying to get me. The plane is down for the rest of the season.
There you have it, Jerry Jones, tuning in, CBS Sports. Brandin Cooks, thanks so much.
No problem, man. Appreciate it.